And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. The show presents the National League Division Series. It's the Chicago Cubs going up against the Atlanta Braves. Joined by my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. And Singy, there's been a lot to talk about already in this series as we head into Game 4.
And I'll be interested to see if these teams approach it any differently, with one on the brink of elimination and the other just a win away from putting an end to this thing. You know, in the postseason, I think you have to treat every game the same, but there's something about an elimination game that could put a team just into a different mindset.
Yeah, and the strategy could certainly change in this type of game. It's hard to manage the same way when in any given at-bat, it can impact everything you've been working for throughout the season. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. So, almost ready to get underway. And towing the slab in this one, Ian Anderson.
Last time out, it just seemed like he wasn't trusting his stuff. He fell behind in the count, walked a number of guys. Today, he's got to pitch aggressively, and he's got to pitch inside.
All right, ready to go here. So up now for Chicago, Nico Hoerner.
The second baseman, Nico Hoerner.
Right-hander kicks, deals. And he pumps it a strike.
Well, when you come off a tough one-run loss in the postseason, you'll be looking back at the opportunities that you missed in the previous game and make sure that you don't miss them in this one.
Line drive, base hit, right center field.
That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
Dansby Swanson stands in. The pitch. Lined into left center, and that should be extra bases. Hoerner around second, heads for third. And the Cubs score first. It's 1-0.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it.
Ian Happ up to hit. Here's a 1-1. Into center and a base hit. And they get it in quickly. First and third now with nobody out.
Stringing them together, that's 3 hits in a row. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive in the center field. So that definitely felt good.
And now it's Max Muncy. The 1-1. Base hit and a run in to score. We all saw it was hit hard, but how hard was it, Singy? StatCast is here with the answer.
Yeah, Boog, it says the exit velo was 113 miles per hour, and it looked every bit of it, didn't it? I mean, just an impressive swing of the bat, and clearly he saw it out of the pitcher's hand no problem.
That one in for a strike, 2-2. The pitch. Rolled to short, could be 2. Grissom tossed to second. On to Olsen. That's 2.
Well, he made his pitch down in the zone. He got that ball on the ground. The double play he was looking for. Really good execution. He's given up a couple of runs, but the pitch count really not as high as you would think. Might be able to get through this one under 25 pitches.
Seiya Suzuki, the next Cub to hit. Next pitch downstairs, and that's ball 3. And the righty deals.
Well, I know they've gotten out to an early lead, but you don't want to take these opportunities for granted. With 2 outs, still lock in with a quality at bat, drive in that run. You may not have another guy in scoring position the rest of this ball game.
Grissom. The throw to first. They limit the damage here. But 2 runs for them, and they jump ahead. On to the bottom of the first. It's the Cubs 2 and the Braves coming up. Back here in Atlanta, and today's starting pitcher, German Marquez.
Well, there are going to be a lot of balls in play because of the ground ball rate. Important that the defense stays engaged in the game. I think it's critical. Tempo is there. If you work quickly, it helps the fielders behind you to stay engaged, to make those plays, and help you get through the innings.
So now to the plate for Atlanta, Michael Harris. Next offering is fouled back.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
Two now. And down on strikes he goes. Snap throw. Here's Adam Frazier. The line to kick the pitch. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. That one is upstairs.
It's a good take.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Just missed.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count.
You see how the catcher wanted that pitch up and in. Want to try to tie him up. That's the one thing we're seeing, that high fastball. You have to get it up there because of how hitters have changed their swings.
Swing and a miss. Couldn't catch up to the heater.
Well, anytime you can punch out the top 2 guys in a lineup to start an inning, got to be feeling pretty good out there on the mound, because when you think of just having a distraction, table setters on the base paths, and all of a sudden you're dealing with the number 3 hitter, any distraction can cause you to serve up a cookie, and instead of it being a solo shot, it's a 2 or 3 run homer.
The 1-1 is fouled off.
Looks really sharp at the start of this one. This is how it's going to be today. It's going to be a tough one for this lineup.
1-2 now on Acuna. Got him. Strikes out the side to begin the game. What a start.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff out there on the mound.
Back here at the ballpark, new inning getting started. So up now for Chicago, Harrison Bader. Bounce to the left side. Grissom on the run, sends it over to first, and Bader is set down.
I love how guys at this level are able to slow the game down, whether it's in the batter's box or on defense. And right there, that was a good job of knowing just how much time he had. We talk about that internal clock. He was able to gather himself, get a good grip, and make an accurate throw across the diamond.
Here's Cody Bellinger. Next pitch is popped up. Albies under it. Drops into the glove. 2 away.
Well, that's what he's looking for with the fastball above the zone. A swing and miss or weak contact.
Brandon Drury to the plate. Two outs. Swing and a base hit.
I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
Here's Nico Horner. Scored the first run of the game back in the first after a single to reach base. That one the other way. Oh, he gloves it.
Making it look easy at the keystone position. Definitely worth another look. He'll get some high fives when he gets into the dugout.
And welcome back. Bottom half of inning number 2. And now it's Atlanta's cleanup hitter, Austin Riley. Singy, you can't ask for anything more. This guy checks all the boxes offensively.
He is the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares and gets ready for the ball game. I tell you what, his teammates feed off of the leadership that he shows on and off the field.
The wide, the kick, and the 1-2. And the slider just misses.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
That one drilled left field. And it's off the wall. And that's a leadoff double.
Well, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front and lifted into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
Ozzie Albies up to the plate. Settles underneath it.
Yeah, but kind of hard to believe, but Ozzie Albies, first second baseman in Braves history to win a Silver Slugger.
And he's won multiple Silver Sluggers now. The 1-1 is fouled off. Here's a 1-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. The 1-2. To the right side. Corner. Whips it to first. That's one out the bottom of the second.
Batting fifth. The shortstop.
Now it's going to be Vaughn Grissom.
And this is a big opportunity for him to pick up his teammate right here.
And he deals. And a base hit up the middle. In comes the runner from third, and they trail by 1.
Well, back within 1 as he brings home the run. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
Here's Matt Olson. And a ground ball to first. Drury to second. Double play. What a twin killing to end the inning. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. And this is now a 2-1 ball game. Back at Truist Park, on to the 3rd inning. So up now for Chicago, Dansby Swanson. And a pitch. And there's a rocket into the outfield.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night. And just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. Ian Happ getting ready to hit. 1 for 1 with a single so far. That's a strike, and the count is 2-2.
You know, these Cubs showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well.
Center field. Harris has a beat on it. Squeezes it, and there's one down.
Still relatively early, but with the pair of runs already on the board, the ripple effect of that high pitch count might set them up to do more damage later in this game.
Here's Max Muncy, that funky Muncy. Singled and drove in a run his first time through. The 1-1. Muncy hits a high fly ball, right field. Caught just shy of the wall. Now it's Jansen to hit. He hit into a double play his first time up. Swanson, the runner at first with 2 gone. Anderson over to first. Swanson back on a dive. Here's a 1-2. That one the other way. They take the force out. That's the 3rd out. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 left. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Cubs 2 and the Braves 1. Back here in Atlanta, set for the bottom of the 3rd. Here's Marcell Ozuna. Ball to strike. And there's a breaking ball that drops in there. Bounce to 3rd. And he grabs it foul. Here comes a pitch. Got him looking for the strikeout. Fastball at the letters froze him for strike 3. So here's Murphy now. The line of the pitch. And that one is lifted in the air. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. 2 away now.
Now batting, the center fielder.
Back to the top of the lineup. Now the leadoff spot for the Braves, Michael Harris. Struck out swinging, leading off the bottom of the 1st. And 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swings and misses. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Down in order go the Braves. And they trail it here 2-1. Welcome back. John Shambi with Chris Singleton. And set to lead off the 4th, Seiya Suzuki. And there's a ball. 2-1 pitch is in there, and the count is even.
It's amazing to look up and see 88 miles per hour on that changeup. Back in the day, that was a pretty good fastball. But with high velocities these days, that speed differential is right where it needs to be.
Up next to the Cubs.
That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride and load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
And now Bader up to the plate. The 1-1. Liner caught it second.
Well, baseball can be cruel, can it? I mean, sometimes it gives and sometimes it takes away. He did everything right on that swing, but he's got nothing to show for it. Cody Bellinger, no stranger to the big stage. He played in the 2007 Little League World Series. He's the 14th player ever to play in both the Little League World Series and the Major League World Series.
Swings and misses. And it's 1-2. And a pitch. Double play ball to second. Good feed. That's one. And their second double play of the day will end the fourth. No runs, one hit, no errors, and no one left. To the bottom of inning number 4 now. It's the Cubs 2 and the Braves 1. Bottom 4, digging in, Adam Frazier.
The designated hitter, Adam Frazier.
Going to count 1 and 2.
You know, these Braves doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of him. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
And it falls. Man aboard on the leadoff single. And here is Ronald Acuna Jr. Here's a swing and a drive. This one headed down the left field line. If it's fair, it's gone. Out of here. That's his 3rd home run of the series. And they grab the lead. It's 3-2.
Well, I'm sure there's a big grin on his face right now, Boog. He's probably had some of those that didn't stay fair, but off the bat, it looked like he was going to bend foul. Was able to keep it in there, tucked it nicely, and he gets the jog around the bases. Good for him.
Here's Austin Riley. The 1-1 is fouled off. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Just a mid-90s challenge fastball right there. Not much to it, and I'm sure he'd love another swing at it because it was in a very hittable location. Those are the swings where you can sometimes start to question yourself as a hitter and say, how did I miss that? But, you know, it happens.
And a pitch. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock.
Really nice job of 2-strike hitting in that at bat. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
And here is Vaughn Grissom. Next offering is fouled back.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
And here it comes. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. 2 away.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
And now Matt Olson up to hit. 0 for 1 so far. Kicks and fires. Swing and a foul straight back. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heater. Acuna goes yard for the Braves. It's now a 3-2 ball game. You're watching the National League Division Series on the show. We go to the top of the 5th. So up now for Chicago, Brandon Drury. The other way, makes the catch. 1 down.
The batter number 2, second baseman.
Here's the Cubs leadoff man, Nico Horner.
On the mound, he had a little trouble back in the first, but it's been a different story the rest of the way. Really settled into this outing nicely.
Out to short, into the outfield, base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Man at first with one gone, and next for the Cubs, Dansby Swanson.
He was the big part of the field last time. Nice liner to center. With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, try to stay out of a double play here.
Righty delivers. Hard ground ball for a base knock. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with one gone.
Up next for the Cubs, the left fielder, Ian.
New pitcher coming on, the veteran Tyler Matzik. He has a great slider with tons of movement.
Number 68, Tyler.
Digging in is the switch inning outfielder Ian Happ. 2 on, 1 out. Laser base hit. Here comes the throw. It's offline and he scores. Back even. It's 3-3.
Well, we're starting over again, all tied up. You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
Go ahead run on base. Here comes Max Muncy. High drive, deep right field, way back there, out of here. Max Muncy leaves the yard. His second home run of the series. It's 6-3.
A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
One down. Danny Jansen to hit here. Kicks and deals. In the air, fairly deep to right field. And Acuna able to make the grab.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
Now it's the right fielder, Seiya Suzuki. Chris, how about the career arc for Tyler Matzik, a guy who was a first-round pick of the Rockies in 2009, battled through the yips, and eventually was a huge part of that Braves bullpen that won it all in 2021. Throw on to Olsen, and they're happy to just get off the field after that frame. But 4-run score in the inning, 3 coming right here on the 3-run homer. And they've doubled up now. It's 6-3. This is the National League Division Series on the show. Back here at the ballpark, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now in for the Braves, Marcell Ozuna. So now 1-2.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there. It just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
The pitch. Check swing, tried to hold up, now an appeal to first. And Matthew Ross right on it, says he held up. Righty to the plate. In the air, left field, down the line. Happ moving under it. And it's caught for the out.
Up next for Atlanta, the catcher.
Here's Sean Murphy. Fly to right his first time. This is a guy who is very highly regarded defensively. Fun to watch him control stuff behind the plate. Good game caller, good at framing, but it's that big arm that really stands out. Swanson fires over to first. Home man for the 5th inning, moving along. 2 quick outs. So 2 down now, and here is Michael Harris. Who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts.
You come into the game knowing that unless the ball's in the dirt or gets by him, we're probably not going to steal anything today. So that's where you want to get a little more aggressive on your secondary lead and hope that some base hits, some slugs, some home runs can come into play.
The 1-1 is fouled off.
Well, I'll say this as a former position player and base stealer, when you come into a game and you've got a guy like this behind the dish with a big arm, you really have to change your approach. Can't try to steal because you'll get thrown out. Maybe get a little bigger lead, be aggressive.
He's there to make the catch at third, and the inning is over. And the Braves go down quietly, and they're still doubled up. It's 6-3. And welcome back. Here's a speed threat, Harrison Bader.
Harrison Bader.
And that one almost got him. One additional thing on Matzik, he was high school teammates with the professor, Kyle Hendricks. The pitch.
That's ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike.
Top of the zone for a called strike.
Full count.
Line drive. That's a base hit out into left center field. Now he turns and heads for second. High bounce takes it over the fence for an automatic double.
Designated hitter, Cody Bellinger.
And up to the plate comes Cody Bellinger. Man at second. Swings through that one.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Bader stands at second with no outs. On the ground. Albies over to first in time. Now one gone in the top of the 6th.
Now batting, the first baseman, Brandon.
And now the first baseman, Brandon Drury.
Well, bottom of the order here, Boog. You got to go right after this guy.
As they look to pick up an add-on run. And the number 9 guy at the plate. The lefty ready, and a 1-1. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Gets it to first. Now 2 away as they get a run across.
Well, there it is, a little old school manufacturing of a run after that double. Ground out to get him over and another ground out to get him in. Nice job to get that RBI.
Pitching change here, Hector Neris. He's into the game with the bases empty.
Hector.
Nico Horner, the next Cub to hit. Horner, a guy who grew up in the Bay Area, was a huge fan of those late 80s, early 90s Oakland A's teams with Ricky Henderson and company. And Nico loved getting a chance to not only go watch Oakland play, but also the San Francisco Giants. The pitch. In the air out towards right center. Acuna on the run. Flashes the leather on the running catch. And the inning is over. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left on. 2-3-4 due up in the home half of the 6th. It's the Cubs 7 and the Braves 3. Back at Truist Park. Now it's the DH, Adam Frazier.
The designated hitter, Adam Frazier.
Here's a 1-1. That one pushed foul. They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. And a 1-2. Rolled slowly to first. Drury steps on first for the out.
Now batting, right fielder, Ronald Acuna Jr.
And now it's Ronald Acuna Jr. He's already homered here in this one. And a pitch. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock.
Everything came together for him. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Austin Riley will hit next. Swings and misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Well, just about to hit that century mark. 100 pitches.
Acuna runs. There's a ball. Throw, safe. Chris, his wheels were the difference maker on that play. Just got in there.
Yeah, with StatCast's help, we see his top speed on this stolen base, and that's a big number. I mean, man, he really made his athleticism work for him on that one.
The punch out there. Now 2 out.
Well, he's on a great run of strikeouts and showing excellent control and command, not walking opposing batters.
German Marquez is done in this one. Pretty good effort, and he exits with a lead. We'll tell you about the new pitcher when we get back. New pitcher in the game for the Cubs, Cody Hoyer.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Acuna on at second with 2 down. And that one ripped into right. Bounces over the wall in foul ground, and it's an automatic double. A run comes in on the play.
He puts a great swing on that pitch and drives home the run, and that was always going to be a double, but the bounce over the wall just took the guesswork out of it right away. It was a nice swing.
So, man aboard. Vaughn Grissom digs in now. 1-2 here. Popped up. Swanson moving under it. And puts the squeeze on that one. And that will end the inning. They get a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. Game 4 heads to the 7th inning now. It's the Cubs 7 and the Braves 4. Back here in Atlanta, now the number 2 hitter, Dansby Swanson.
Well, with both starters out of this ball game, it now becomes a battle on the bullpens and just seeing which manager can match up better and who's able to get to the finish line.
That's towards center. Harris makes the catch, and there's one gone.
Now batting, the left fielder, Ian.
Now it's the switch hitting outfielder, Ian Happ.
Really nice swing in his last at bat. Shot a line drive into center field.
The 1-2. Into center. Harris has a beat on it. He's got it, and there's 2 away.
The third baseman, number 13,
Max Muncy at the dish. Certainly a factor in this one thanks to his 3-run blast back in the 5th.
Well, definitely one of the most impactful swings of the game. A big reason why they're working with the lead and looking to add to it right here, Boog.
Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. And his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
And up next for Chicago, Danny Jansen. 1-1 now. Ground ball, Austin Riley. They get the force, and that is that. Cubs leave one. They hold a 7-4 lead.
It's time for the traditional 7th inning stretch.
Welcome back. And now it's Matt Olson's turn to hit. The Braves in striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. I need a good at-bat out of him right here.
The 1-1. And that drops in for a strike.
You know, these Braves, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. We've heard lots of loud noise coming from their bats in this one, haven't we? I mean, they've logged 6 hits at 90-plus exit velocity, and that doesn't happen by accident.
And he grounds one to the right side. Oh, great stop. Over to first. Got him. Great play to keep the leadoff man off base.
No, that is such a tough play, but these guys make it look easy. They slow the game down. That diving stop right there, it's only part of the equation. Then you got to collect yourself, get up, make a good throw, and you got to get it there in time. That's the toughest part, especially when it's got to be on the money.
Marcell Ozuna next up for the Braves. One-two now. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. One down, base is empty. Fights that one away, still 1-2. At the belt and fires. Ozuna swings and drives one. Well hit to left. Bader ranging back. Still going back. Makes the grab on a leaping play at the wall.
Rob's a potential solo shot right there. That'll fire your team up, but even more so the player. I'm excited to see how they respond.
And here's the catcher, Sean Murphy. The 1-2. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Chase the fastball up the ladder for strike 3. Braves are set down 1-2-3, and they're on the wrong end of a 7-4 score. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Diego Castillo.
Number 63, Diego Castillo.
And now the right fielder, Seiya Suzuki. 1 for 3.
Seiya Suzuki.
The 1-1. Gets him to chase after that one.
Wow, no fair right there. I mean, that slider didn't move to the very last moment. Incredibly difficult to pick that up. Just kind of have to tip your cap on that pitch.
Popped up first base side. Albies makes the grab, and there's one down.
Now batting, the center fielder, Harrison Bader.
Harrison Bader, the next Cub to hit. They say you win. And a 1-2 again. Back to the mound. Fires over to first. 2 up, 2 down.
Deceptive slider right there. Stayed in the tunnel a long time. Got that hitter out front. Rolled over it. Put it on the ground.
Bellinger up to hit. Two down, nobody on. Liner, and that should be extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he's in there standing up with a 2-out double.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there.
These days, when you see a ball come off the bat like that, I mean, the first thing you want to know as a spectator What was the exit velocity? 109 in this case. I mean, that's just impressive, and it's so cool we can get that sort of feedback so instantly in today's game.
So 2 down, and here's the first baseman, Brandon Drury. Next offering misses, and it's 2-1.
1 strike.
Right-hander kicks, deals. Pitch is in there. It's 2-2.
Dangerous spot for that slider right there. Didn't seem to quite finish out front and get that sharp break. Tell you what, he doesn't want to throw that pitch again.
And it finds its way through for a hit. Bellinger on his way home. Just ahead of the throw, he scores. And it's 8-4.
Picks himself up an RBI. Timing on the swing was good. Able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
Nico Horner, the next Cub to hit. Swing and a ball popped up, and that is that. 1 run, a pair of hits, no errors, and 1 left on. Last half of the 8th coming up. It's the Cubs 8 and the Braves 4.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Cubs, number 32, Matt Barnes.
That's in there, and now 2-2. Right side, hard hit. Tosses to first. 1 gone to the bottom of the 8th.
Up next for Atlanta, the designated hitter,
Adam Frazier next up for the Braves. Ball to strike. The pitch. Foul back our way, and that's out of play. Left-hand hitter waits. Out to center. Bader should have it. Hauls it in for the out.
now batting, the right fielder.
Here's Ronald Acuna Jr. at the plate.
Really good piece of hitting last time, going to the opposite field.
The 2-1. And that one fouled off.
He's bagging. Give me that pitch one more time. A hanging changeup just out in front.
Here's a tapper towards short. Swanson on the run, throw to first. Not in time, and he reaches safely.
Did a nice job getting there. Good throw, but very difficult to get anybody on that one as far as you had to go and throw. You know?
Yeah, no question. And next for Atlanta, Austin Riley. Right-handed reliever. And that's in for a strike. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Acuna leads off first with 2 down to the inning. He swings and drives one out to deep left field. And he brings it into the warning track. 1 left for Atlanta. They're unable to make a dent in an 8-4 deficit. We're back, and on the mound is the closer, Raisel Iglesias.
And he's coming in to pitch on 4 days rest right here. And that might not be a factor at all in terms of being rusty, but he should definitely be well rested.
Dansby Swanson now at the plate.
The shortstop, Dansby Swanson.
There's a 1-1. Out to short. Throw on to Olsen. And the leadoff man retired here in the ninth.
The left fielder, number 8,
Now the left fielder, Ian Happ. Ball to strike. Towards first. Nice grab. The throw. And they get the out.
Good slider inside right there. Batter fighting to get there. Just rolled over it and got the ground ball.
So now it's the Cubs hitter in the 4-hole, Max Muncy. Lined, and that's a base hit.
Having himself a really nice game at the plate. Pitch was on the outside, didn't go the other way with it, but still a nice job of using the big part of the field to find a hole. No way he hits it that well if he hooks around the baseball there.
Here's the catcher to hit, Danny Jansen. 2 outs. And he grounds one back up the middle. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. He doesn't have a play, and they come away without an out. Well, maybe that will end up getting him going.
Yeah, he really simplified there. Kept his shoulders square to the plate and wasn't trying to overswing. I think that's the key for him to have success through the rest of this series.
And the batter now, Seiya Suzuki. This one popped up. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. 2 left on. 5, 6, and 7 will lead things off in the bottom of the 9th. It's the Cubs 8 and the Braves 4. Back at Truist Park. And now it's the switch hitting second baseman, Ozzie Albies.
Ozzie Albies.
The pitch. Hard hit right side. Corner over to first. 1 out, bottom of the 9th.
Now batting, shortstop,
Vaughn Grissom next up for the Braves. The 1-1 is fouled off. And the righty deals. This one high in the air to left center. Bader should have it. He's there. He's got it. And there's 2 away.
Now batting, first baseman, Matt.
So they're down to their final out. Matt Olson up to the plate. The pitch.
Ball. 2 balls, 1 strike.
And there's a foul ball. Popped up to the left into foul ground. And that'll do it.
These guys played extremely well to force this series into a game 5. It's just like a game 7. You win or go home. That game 5 should be a lot of fun to watch.
And our final here today, 8-4. The Cubs go home a winner. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.